Hey guys, welcome back to a new video where today Spider-Man No Way Home should be released by the time this video is out. But for me, we still have like 2 days left, less even. So I just thought it would be nice to catch up on MCU Spidey and rewatch Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. So yeah, I'm just gonna record some of my reactions. This isn't gonna be like a full-on commentary. I have tried to do a commentary before and it didn't work out, so I'm probably just gonna stay away from that until I have confidence and I can do it. But I'll just like film some of my reactions. This video might not be that entertaining thinking about it, but I don't know. I just thought I'd do something related to Spider-Man because new Spider-Man movie. Yeah, so, yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and let's just get into it.
Let's go! Let's go!
Things are never gonna be the same now. I mean, look at this. You got aliens. You got big green guys.
Okay, just to start off with, love Michael Keaton in everything he's in. He's a phenomenal actor. And I think there's a rumor that like they cast him as a joke because he's Batman and then he's Birdman, now he's a Vulture. He plays all the winged characters in superhero films. And it is kind of funny. But he's just phenomenal in this role. And I love this opening, how it sets up, it like grounds this Vulture into the MCU. He's and it's very in character because he's a Vulture. He's salvaging the remains of the attacks, and it continues on to his future character. I really like this interpretation of the character, but putting it in the MCU, I feel like that's just like a really fun way to interpret it, and it's a good motivation because he gets kicked off, he can't get paid, and he has to start salvaging, and I think it's good motivation.
New York, Queens. It's a rough borough, but hey, it's home.
Who you talking to?
Yeah, so I had to really enjoy this a film by Peter Parker sort of segment because he's a teenager. He records dumb videos. I'm a teenager. I record dumb videos as I am doing right now, and I like seeing this side. And it's a good way to kind of interpret that like thought bubble that Spider-Man always has in the comics. I think it's a fun way, and it sets him up in this like new world as this Spider-Man. And Tom Holland is great as Peter Parker. I think he nails both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. We've had like discussions how like Tobey's good Peter but not the best Spider-Man. Andrew is a great Spider-Man but not a great Peter Parker. I think Tom Holland, as a lot of people do, I think he is good as both. I think he nails that nerdiness of Peter Parker, but also sort of a bit of coolness, or at least trying to be coolness of Spider-Man, and yeah. Okay, I think it's a good time to talk about the suit. I think the design looks good. I think it fits in with that like tech. It is a bit techy, but I think that was sort of the point because it's him kind of learning he doesn't need the suit to be Spider-Man. So I feel like it suits in with like the theme. But it's annoying that they do have a practical suit on set, but it's just completely CGI over. I think that it looks weird a lot of the time. Like, I don't know how much of it we see a lot of the time, but just a lot of the time it looks fake and CG, and you see it more, especially in No Way Home, especially with, like, the Iron Spider suit that I'm not sure is practical or not. Yeah. And, yeah. Again, I like a lot of the designs Tom has, and we'll get into them we'll get into the Far From Home, because he has, like, a bunch of suits in that movie. But yeah.
What's up, guys? Forget your PIN number?
Whoa, you're the Avengers!
Okay, watching the scene of the bank robbery, it's definitely one of the more funner Spider-Man movies. And like, for example, and it is good Spider-Man because like he's making quips. He's like, "Whoa, you're the Avengers." He's like, "Tony Stark, why are you robbing things? You're a billionaire." I like this. I like seeing this side of Spider-Man where he's just joking around. And Mr. Delmore's the deli just got destroyed, and that's nice. It's consequences for his actions, and I feel like we could have seen more of this in the movie. But it's nice to see him sort of have to give up on the robbery to save people. That's nice.
No way.
Kind of. Ugh, gross. He's probably like 30.
You don't even know what he looks like. Like, what if he's, like, seriously burned?
Okay, so I think I was talking earlier when this was mentioned, but I forgot to talk about Liz Allen. So I'll just bring it up now because they're going to her party. So, yeah. Liz Allen, I think it's a fine love interest. She hasn't really developed that much. I think the main thing is that her dad is revealed to be the Vulture. Yeah, I don't think we don't really get much of her. I do like the fact that there is a consequence for it because he has to take Vulture to jail. Obviously, that's the right thing to do. And it like kind of affects him because he can't. How do I articulate? Sorry, I'm watching the movie and talking. It's not processing well. But yeah, I like the ending, how she has to move away so they can't really be together. I don't think I like that initially, but I like it now because, of course, then we get the reveal of MJ. We'll get to that when we get to it. But yeah, she's fine in this movie. She could have been developed more, but I feel like that would be better if she was still in the franchise, which she seems like she's no longer in it. But yeah. I really like the fact they ditches the party, because he's doing this, he's practicing his lines, he's like, this is stupid, I don't want to do this, and it's a great way to show like the great power without saying it, and it's a great way to like show it, and like he sees this explosion in the distance, he's like, oh, that's gotta be something good or bad. I should probably go check it out. So he just is the party. He doesn't even like consider staying at the party. He's just like, oh no, I've got to go. And I like that. It's just very much like a superhero moment. It's not. It's doesn't even have to decide. It's just immediately like that. And he's like, okay, no, something's happening. I've got to do this. I don't care about this anymore. And I like it. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. I'm gonna say it more.
They stopped.
Huh.
I'm gonna take this time right now because they're using the Stark deck. I'm gonna talk about the whole Iron Boy Jr. sort of argument. Yeah, it's fair. Like, this is very... Like, it feels very much like John Watts wanted to make a teenage Iron Man movie, but the closest they have is Spider-Man. So they did that. Nothing against John Watts, the director. He's a great director. I really enjoy these two films. And I'm excited to see his take on the Fantastic Four. And, yeah, it's just very... It is a good argument, because it is very annoying as, like, Spider-Man fans. I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. But it is annoying to see this beloved character kind of just turn to Iron Man, and they do kind of make a point, but I'll get to that when we get to it. But, yeah.
In the business center.
Peter, you don't need to study. You're like the smartest guy I've ever met. And besides, a rebellious group activity the day before competition is good for morale. Well, I read that in a TED Talk, so I heard it in a TED Talk. And I read a coaching book.
Okay, I kind of want to go back to what I said about Liz Allen, because I kind of just forgot about the scene when her and Peter talk a bit, and it's really nice. I forgot about that sort of side to Liz Ellen, like really enthusiastic sort of side of like Peter, sort of like she really wants Peter to come. And I forgot about that. I like her more now. Just going back on my point.
Hey Karen, what else can this suit do? What? Maybe we should run that refresher course.
Ricochet web.
Ricochet web. Cool.
Okay, I just want to say I really like the scene of him learning all the different web shooters, and it pays off later in like the elevator sequence. And I love him just like goofing around, waiting for this thing to end. And I love that design of him with the jacket on, the yellow and the red and the blue. I think it looks great. It's great. It looks fantastic.
Is everyone okay?
This is your chance, Peter. Kiss her.
Right, so the Washington Monument scene just passed, and I didn't record anything for it because I was just so into the moment. Yeah, it's a great scene. I really enjoy it. It's really fun. I don't really have much to say about it other than it's just really fun. But I just want to mention that we're over halfway through the thing now, the movie now, and it's gone by really fast. I think this movie is just really well paced, and I just want to congratulate this movie because it's hard for a movie that's over 2 hours to like fly by pretty fast, and they're doing it really well. So I really enjoy the fact that it's just so well paced. It's hard to find movies like that.
Stark is moving the Avengers upstate, so when I bring this guy in,
Dude, you want to be a high school dropout?
I am so far beyond high school right now.
Parker, my office.
I think this movie it has a nice arc for Peter because like he thinks he's beyond school. He thinks he's above it. He thinks that he just sees him as a kid when he thinks he's more. When really he has to accept the fact that he is a kid and he should go to school. And I think it's a nice arc, and it perfectly makes sense why at the end of the movie when we get to the Iron Spider suit, he's like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn this all down. I'm gonna finish school, then maybe I'll get to all this Avengers stuff, all that. I think it's a nice arc. I think they do it well.